We are on chapter 11, the very last chapter of the Miss Child Has Gone Wild, My Weirder School, number 1. I have Kashi here again. Cash, say hello. Hi, everyone. I got Kenny on the floor, I got Sid on the floor, and Dolly's playing with some toys. So, hopefully she's not too loud. All right, chapter... Aw, Cash. Okay, you can be in it too. All right, chapter 11, The Amazing Surprise Ending. Brian the Lion was chasing Miss Child around Lion Lane like they were both in the Olympics. Emily was trying to climb the wall to get out of there. The rest of us were yelling and screaming and freaking out, except for one person, Alexia. I'm going in there, Alexia suddenly announced. I'm going to get Emily. What? How are you going to do that? Alexia took her skateboard and hung the front wheels over the edge of the concrete wall. This is a lot like the half pipe at the skate park I used to go to. I'm going to skate down there and grab her. Are you crazy? You're going to get killed. Alexia got up on her skateboard, leaned forward, and dropped into Lion Lane. She skated down the wall, picking up speed, and then skated up the wall to the opposite side. Then she spun around in the air and skated back toward the wall. She's a really good skateboarder. It was like watching the X Games. Hold on, Emily, Alexia shouted. Here I come. Alexia skated right past Brian the Lion and Miss Child. Then she crouched down on her board, reached out, and scooped Emily up in her arms. You should have seen it. It was the most amazing thing in the history of the world. Wow, we all shouted, which is Mom upside down. Who remembers that? Brian the Lion was still chasing Miss Child. Alexia and Emily were both on the skateboard now, going back and forth from one to the wall to the other like it was a half pipe. Help! Emily screamed. I don't know how to skateboard! But I do, yelled Alexia. They kept going back and forth, up one wall and down the other. Finally, they built up enough speed to reach the top of the wall. Mr. Granite and Miss Hannah reached over and grabbed them, pulling them up to the top. Everybody was hugging Emily and telling Alexia how great she was at skateboarding. Andrea was standing on the side with a mean face and her arms crossed out in front of her. I guess she was mad because Alexia was going to be the big hero. We looked back and down into Lion Lane. Brian the Lion was still chasing Miss Child around. Just as we were about to grab her, she climbed up the wall. We all leaned over and pulled her up to the top. Miss Child lay down in the grass. She was all out of breath, and her hair was messed up. Are you okay, Miss Child? Asked Andrea. Brian the Lion almost ate you. No, Brian just needed a little exercise. He's a gentle creature. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Blah, 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 blah. In the distance, we heard the honk of a school bus. Bingle boo, shouted our bus driver, Miss Cormel. It was time to go. She was really tired from all that running, but Miss Child walked us over to the bus to say goodbye. Well, I hope you enjoyed your visit to the zoo, and I hope you gave your kids a new appreciation for all the living creatures on Earth. Blah, 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 blah. Come visit us again real soon. We will, we shouted. On the bus, everybody was talking about the exciting things we saw at the zoo. Binky, the artistic elephant, Lulu, the angry gorilla, and Brian the Lion, who almost ate Emily and Miss Child. We all agreed that when our parents came to pick us up and asked us what we did at the zoo, we would all say nothing. Mr. Granite fell asleep on the bus ride home. Miss Cormel talked to us in her secret language. Miss Hannah carefully rolled up Binky the elephant's priceless painting so she could sell it and save the art program. After 1,100,000 hours, we finally arrived at school. When we had to go back to our classroom to get our stuff. And you'll never believe who was sitting on my desk when we walked to the door. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. It was a mouse. Eek! Screamed the girls. There's a mouse on AJ's desk, Emily shrieked. Ew, disgusting. You left your lunch in class, Arlo? Andrea said angrily. It attracted mice. It's all your fault. I guess we're not going to win the cleanest class in the school this week, I admitted. The mouse was sitting on the desk, eating what was left of my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Suddenly, the mouse looked up and saw us staring at it. It jumped off my desk. Eek! Everybody screamed. The mouse started running around the room, jumping from people's chairs and climbing on people's shoes. Everybody freaked out. Miss Hannah got the broom in the closet and started chasing the mouse around the room. Mr. Granite grabbed the fire extinguisher off the wall and was running around, spraying the fire extinguisher all over the place. The rest of us were yelling and screaming. Stop! Andrea yelled. Mice are living creatures too, just like animals at the zoo. You should treat them with respect and dignity. No, they shouldn't. Kill it, the mouse! Kill the mouse! Kill the mouse! Everybody was chanting. Kids were throwing pens and pencils and erasers at the mouse. Mr. Granite put down the fire extinguisher and he picked up and picked up the rolled up painting that Binky the elephant made. He chased the mouse around the room, swinging the painting like a baseball bat. Stop! You're destroying our priceless painting. I hate mice, Mr. Granite hollered. Eventually, the mouse must have gotten tired of running around the class because it jumped out the window. And it was all pretty hilarious. We got to see it live and in person. That's pretty much what happened. Maybe the next time we'll go on a field trip, I'll remember to bring my lunch. Maybe Alexia and Andrea will stop crossing their arms and making mean faces at each other. Maybe Miss Child will stop carrying tarantulas around in her pockets. Maybe Binky the elephant will paint another masterpiece for Miss Hannah to sell. Maybe Lulu the gorilla will stop cursing kids in sign language. Maybe Emily will still be careful when she's taking pictures. Will be more careful when she's taking pictures. Maybe Mr. Granite will finally be able to get through the math lesson. Maybe the mouse will go to the zoo where it'll be treated with respect and dignity. Maybe my dog will stop pooping on the floor. Maybe Miss Child will stop saying blah, 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 blah all the time. Maybe our class will win another field trip to the zoo. But it won't be easy. Oh my gosh, we have finished the book. Let me see if you can see it. We finished! Here. I don't know if you can see this because I can't flip my camera over. Oh! Okay, the dogs are barking, means I need to go. So, I hope you enjoyed our book, and it says it took me 1 hour and 42 minutes to read. Wow, kind of long. I hope you enjoyed your movie in your brain, and I'll probably pick another chapter book to read, and so you can get another movie in your brain. Love you guys.